everybody, what's up? It is Tuesday, June 2nd. What a day. There was an enormous procession of protesters right down York Avenue today. I live on the Upper East Side of Manhattan, man, and I heard helicopters hovering over, and I went outside. There were police choppers hovering over the area, and I looked down York Avenue looking south, and all I could see was this massive throng of people moving forward, moving north up York, and they came, thousands and thousands and thousands of protesters. It was all peaceful, but man, and you know, I live on the Upper East Side. We have not been hit in New York City, and what's going on here, I mean, they've been looting and trashing. I mean, the top neighborhoods, Fifth Avenue, Madison Avenue, downtown Soho, but we have not had anything here on the Upper East Side. But man, it came today. Thousands upon thousands of protests. It was all peaceful. I didn't see too many cops. There were some cops at the head of the march, and there were police vehicles at the very back of the march. But that march went on for a good 40 minutes, at least maybe an hour. I mean, packed, densely packed, people holding signs, all ethnicities, white, black, Hispanic, everybody. And the interesting thing was everybody in my neighborhood, and this is just, it's like, you know, an upper class white neighborhood of Upper East Side Manhattan. They all came into the streets and they were applauding these protesters. It was very moving. It was very moving. All right, now on to the market. Some good news to report. I am finally starting to see a pickup, and a very significant pickup, in the tax flows. So yes, the data is now starting to corroborate, I guess, what the market was already telling us, that we are seeing a pickup in the employment and withholding tax data. That is a very positive sign. That is a very positive sign. So I'm staying bullish, or I'm reversing bullish. I think the short term here is very overbought. Okay, we still have put-call ratios which are now at the lowest level since mid-January, early February. And that was, you know, the top of the market at the time. So the market is a little bit stretched, but I'm very happy to see the turnaround in the tax flows, which means that now if we get a pullback, you got to be buying into these pullbacks. The market is going to new highs, and this could be a significant run, okay? Because with the amount of fiscal support that has been pumped in, with the amount of deposits, bank deposits, that's like the cash on the sidelines, this could be a huge run. This could be a run like 2017. So we have to be very aligned on the bullish side here. Short term, you could see a pullback. I'll be surprised if we don't see a pullback based on the put-call ratios. However, the fundamentals are starting to change. I see it in the data, and that is exactly what we have been waiting for. Hey, it's 7 o'clock here. You maybe could hear the people cheering outside for the healthcare workers. That happens, of course, every night at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. You hear it? Wow, what a day it's been, man. And it's been absolutely crazy, man. I'm laughing, but it's kind of like a nervous laugh, an exhaustion laugh. I mean, what's going on here in New York City is really horrible with the destruction and the looting. But who knows? Look, I'm trying to keep a positive attitude in all this. Maybe we will when, you know, this crowd today and everybody holding up signs, you know, we got to end this police brutality, and maybe we'll finally start to see a change in this country for the better, because this has got to end. I'm a little bit cynical on whether or not it will end, because it's been institutionalized, this police brutality, and I know that now there's an intense focus on this, and maybe it'll, you know, lead to something, but you know how it goes here. I mean, this stuff can dissipate in a very short period of time, and we can be back to normal, which was the bad normal. Look, I grew up, my father was a FDNY fireman here in New York City. We had my father's close friends were cops. I grew up in New York. I was born in New York City. I know cops. It didn't used to be like this, all right? Something changed in a dramatic way. It changed a long time ago, not that long ago, maybe 20, 30 years ago. It started to change. But now, the police and law enforcement in the United States, because of militarization, because of unaccountability, they have switched from a role of protect and serve to subjugate. It's like an army, an occupying army within our country. It is about arrest, incarceration, intimidate, brutalize. This has got to stop. I don't know if it's going to stop, but it's like we should take the whole policing apparatus that we have now, throw it away, and start all over again. I'm trying to keep a positive attitude. I saw thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people walking the streets today in a peaceful manner, demanding change. Let's hope it leads to something. Let's hope it leads to something. I'm going to try to stay positive. Anyway, I'm positive on the market. We could get a short-term pullback here, but that would be a gift. That would be a huge opportunity to buy, and I'm waiting for that. And keep an eye on the dollar, which continues to fall. The whole entire world is looking at the situation here in the United States. Remember, what we have here in the United States in terms of police brutality is unparalleled in anywhere else in the world. This is unique to America. You don't see this. And again, I have some perspective. I was born here in New York City, born in the Bronx. I was raised in New York. My father was a public servant as a fireman. His friends were cops. And not only that, I've been here I'm 63 years old, but not only that, I lived outside the United States for 10 years. I lived in Europe for 10 years. So I have some objectivity. I have seen something else. I have seen other cultures. I have seen other societies. I have seen other systems. I think I can, speak to this with some perspective. It's got to change. I don't know if it will. It should. I'm trying to keep a positive attitude, but I'm going to go back now to focusing on what these videos are all about. That's about trading, investing, mental game, MMT. All right, everybody, that's it for today. Go to my website, pitbulleconomics.com. Remember, I send out many, many emails during the course of the day, so you are updated constantly. As a matter of fact, today I sent out early in the morning to give my subscribers some perspective. A story from the book Reminiscences of a Stock Operator. By the way, if you've never read that book, I highly recommend that you read that book. It's a story of Jesse Livermore, who was a famous stock speculator in the late 19th century to the mid 20th century. He was known as the boy plunger. He loved to go short. And I told the story. I sent out the story today of his famous short selling of Union Pacific stock in 1906, right before the San Francisco earthquake of 1906, which leveled the city and caused a great fire. And it's a great story, but that book is a fun read. Go to Amazon. I get nothing off of this, but go to Amazon. Get that book, Reminiscences of a Stock Operator. I used to give that book out to all my clerks and employees when I had my floor brokerage company on the NYMEX. I said, read this book. The book is loaded with trading wisdom and loaded with fantastic life wisdom. Read it. You'll have a great time reading it. It's a fun read. And when you get to that section on his play in Union Pacific, you'll know what I'm talking about. All right, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.